All right, let's dive into our next college explainer. We're looking at Jaya Engineering College, located in Tirunallur, Chennai. Its TNEA code is 1106. This is a self-financing college affiliated with Anna University, and we're here to give you a clear, straightforward look at what it's all about. So what are the first things you should know? Well, 2 points really stand out. First, it's a Telugu linguistic minority institution, which is a key piece of information for admission. And second, 2 of its programs, computer science and textile technology, are NBA accredited. That's a serious stamp of quality we'll definitely circle back to. Here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the college's basic identity. Then we'll get into accreditations and the programs on offer. After that, the big one, placements and alumni success. We'll also cover research and achievements. And finally, we'll wrap up with campus life, support, and how to get there. Okay, so let's start with the fundamentals. Who exactly is Jaya Engineering College? The college has been around since 1995, and it's run by the Jaya Educational Trust. Since it's affiliated to Anna University, the admission process is what you'd expect. 65% of the seats are filled through the TNEA government counseling, and the other 35% come under the management quota, which ties into its status as a Telugu linguistic minority college. You know, the Jaya Educational Trust itself has roots going all the way back to the 70s. The whole idea behind starting this college was pretty simple: to make technical education more accessible for students right there in that region, especially for those who might not have had the opportunity otherwise. All right, next up is something that's absolutely crucial for any family shortlisting colleges: the official approvals and accreditations. This is where you check the quality, right? So the college as a whole is accredited by NAAC, which is the national body that assesses the overall quality of an institution, and it currently holds a B+ grade. And this is important. That B+ grade isn't an old one. It's valid all the way until June 2027, so it reflects the college's current standards. Now, beyond the overall college grade, you've got to look at the quality of individual departments. The National Board of Accreditation, or NBA, has given its stamp of approval to 2 specific programs here: computer science and engineering and textile technology. This is a big deal because NBA focuses on whether students are actually learning what they need to for the industry. This is also valid until June 2027. So what can you study here? In total, they offer 13 different undergrad programs with about 640 seats available. You'll find the classic branches, of course, but they've also brought in some of the newer, in-demand specializations like AI and machine learning, robotics and automation, and even computer science and business systems. Now for the part everyone's waiting for. What happens after the 4 years are up? Let's talk about jobs, careers, and the return on your investment. For the 2023-24 batch that just graduated, the college has reported a 95% overall placement percentage.
And if we look at the official data submitted to NIRF, the median salary for undergraduate students from the 2022-23 batch was reported as 3 lakhs per annum.
So, who's doing the hiring? Well, the list shows a healthy balance. You've got your major IT companies like Infosys, Cognizant, and Wipro, who are always hiring in big numbers. But it's balanced out by core engineering heavyweights like Ashok Leyland, Renault Nissan, and L&T, which means there are opportunities across different branches. You know, you can tell a lot about a college from where its alumni end up. A great example here comes from their aeronautical engineering department. Graduates have gone on to work for global giants like KLM and Boeing India. That shows some really strong industry connect in a very specialized field. Of course, a great education is more than just getting a job. A college's focus on research and innovation really tells you about the kind of learning environment it provides. One way they do this is through these dedicated centers of excellence. These are basically focused labs designed to give students hands-on experience in really high-demand areas. Things like AI, cybersecurity, robotics, and even 3D printing. And this focus on practical skills leads to some pretty cool results. They have an e-Yantra robotics lab that was set up in collaboration with IIT Bombay. Their student projects have actually won government funding. And just recently, a final year student got 15 lakhs in funding from a national MSME idea hackathon. That's impressive stuff. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the practical side of things: campus life, support systems, and just getting to and from the college every day. For students who need to stay on campus, yes, the college has separate hostel facilities for both boys and girls. And on the academic support side, the Central Library is quite a resource, with over 46,000 books and access to digital libraries like Delnay. Now, for day scholars, transport is obviously a huge factor. The college operates its own fleets of 35 buses. And that fleet covers a lot of ground. We're talking about a 50-kilometer radius that goes into various parts of Chennai and its neighboring towns. On top of the buses, the campus is also pretty well connected by the suburban train network. And what about financial aid? Well, students can apply for a number of government scholarships here, including the schemes for BC, MBC, SC, ST, minority communities, and of course, the First Graduate Scholarship. Just so you know, all the information we've presented here is based on data we've gathered from the college's own website and from trusted government portals. Everything was current at the time we put this together. Explore more engineering colleges at profsam.com, your true source for 12th to engineering decisions.